from the Naqshbandi order the immensity of energy, and that energy is achieved through the sound. Our life is about how to raise our vibration in a world in which everything around us is literally trying to lower the vibration. This vibration that we have is our protection. Physical and spiritual protection is based on the shield of energy that we naturally emit around ourselves. Even the earth itself has a shield of energy, what they call I think the Van Allen belt. I think 60,000 miles of radiation around the earth to shield it like an impenetrable wall. And as we are a replica of the earth, we're a symbol of that reality that everyone has their own earth just themselves. Where Allah I'll show you the signs upon the horizon and within yourselves. The spiritual paths come to teach the importance of energy, to transcend certain dogma and words that people may have confusion about and go towards the equal denominator. The equal denominator in all practices, all religions comes down to energy. If you're building it, congratulations. If you're losing it, you need to seek help. So tariqas and Sufism is their science, is energy. That how to build your energy, how to build your vibration to protect yourself against sickness, to protect yourself against every type of negative attack, and all documented with science. Even the simple fact of turning on your microwave at home, you're under attack because the megahertz and the energies that are coming out, they're not good for the cellular function and brain function of humans. Nothing against microwave companies, but as an example that everything in the house, because we wanted it to be electronic and because we wanted all these technologies, they're all sending vibrations everywhere. If you wear your earplugs or earpods, it's cooking your head every time the phone is sending a signal to it. So scientifically they know everybody's being bombarded with negative energies. If negativity accomplishes the ability to lower our frequency low enough, you lose hope. You lose your God-given ability to protect yourself to be positive, where people become depressed and hopeless. Because the shield of energy that when it drops, good God, you're under attack by immense negative energies. And that's why a lot of spiritual people like sci-fi movies, because you see a lot of, oh I understand this. That if you don't have a shield coming up, what happens? All of the orcs and creatures are trying to attack. And because we don't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. There's so many creatures in our existence, so many waves in our existence, many and most of which we don't see. You turn the signal on the TV, that's infrared red. So there's a signal that comes that moves that channel. So just because you don't see it, you don't say, "Shaykh, I don't believe you." Everything around us you don't see it anymore. What is the Bluetooth signal that comes? What frequency is that? What effect does it have? So it means everything is an energy. So everything begins to affect us to become more and more negative. Why? Because anything deficient of positive becomes negative. If I pull the positive from you, the default is you'll become negative because you don't default to positive, it just doesn't keep flowing into you. So if we pull the positive from you and deplete you of a positive charge, you're worse than the Tesla. Well, they found as soon as the Tesla had no charge you couldn't even tow it. At least with the other engines you could push it down the street. Now you're stuck. It's symbolic. God gives us a sign, say, yeah, you're worse than that. If you let your energy drop, nobody can move you, what they call depression and anxieties. Nothing seems to matter, nothing seems to be important. It's the deficiency of energy with everything around us. So it's not going to recharge ourselves just because we want it to be recharged, but there's a system in which to recharge the battery. Recharging, and the battery for human beings is their soul. So our life is about raising the frequency. Whoever thinks they can raise their frequency, more power to you. And if you can't, you seek out the people who work with energy and how to teach the energy. So one of the greatest gifts that God gives to us is your breathing and your chanting. Feeding the body is good for your belly, but feeding your soul requires a different sustenance. So those whom contemplate and meditate, God gave them a power source free everywhere. And they say that there were people whom once lived on this earth and they knew that reality because they used to make everything with copper, right? They would put copper lines up and pull the energy that was in the air. It was free. When they plant, they put copper wires. Their pots and dishes have copper. Why? Antimicrobial and antibacterial, because energy comes into it. The energy in your body is related to the copper within your brain. Everything of these realities used to exist, but now nobody talks about it. It's been depleted and fell apart, and then everybody's anxious and depressed. There's no energy, no himma, what we say, no zeal to do anything. What God gave us, it's very easy, very free. The energy's all around you. So then you breathe, contemplate, tafakkur and meditate. That when you sit by yourself and try to meditate and contemplate and asking God, please send an energy to me, my energy is deficient. Everything around me has been pulling my energy. Then we see the wisdom and the hikmah of the prophetic way was then the reality of water. Wash off and burn the negative energy, because if you're going to sit and meditate you have to be clean first, because you can't meditate with negativity. So wash it, wash. Water becomes your best friend. And then the Prophet describes, if there's no water, use clean sand. Oh, and they found out now that sand neutralizes energy and a deep reality of ourselves. So even just the use of sand, if you can't get to water, just to neutralize any type of bad energy. But the main reality is that you wash and begin to meditate and breathe and asking the Divine, I need to connect your power sources that exist in every single atom of creation. And as soon as we breathe we call nafas ar-Rahmah, the breath of the Most Merciful. Because as soon as we breathe with a conscious understanding that I want from your Divinely lights and grace to begin to dress me, and as soon as they breathe they bring in the mercy of God within their heart, their breath. that dresses their blood, that dresses the iron within their system and nourishes their lungs and their heart. Because your lungs will take the breath, bring all of its purities, you'll exhale its impurities, and the benefit, the light and the nazma will go to the heart.